YouTube, what's going on? We're back with some more of the First Descendant. Got some more solo hard mode content for you here. This is with my Viessa Absolute-Zero build, so we'll be going over the build in full detail. This is post buff, so all of the movement speed, damage interval ticks, all of the additional damage, increases that they've applied to to the cold snap are all present in this video here. Again, go over the build in detail. The Absolute-Zero build is an absolute just mob destroyer. Runs through 400s, fairly easily. Proof is in the video here for you guys. So you guys appreciate the grind. You guys are liking these videos. Please feel free to sub to the channel. As always, smash that like button. Gold. Alright, this is my updated Viessa Absolute-Zero build. This is post buff, so the 30% movement speed, the extra skill power damage applied to the cold snap, and the extra damage interval ticks are all applied to this build here for Viessa. So start with the reactor core. I'm running this run with a frozen singularity ultimate reactor. It's got the assault rifle grouping group mounted, so we're getting the extra 160% skill power. It's coupled with the chill singular power boost ratios. I've got the skill critical hit damage in there. With kind of a dead mod, I could have run this with a rare on my machine gun where it has singular and skill critical hit damage for the extra boost there. I just opted for the 160%, but if you've got a, a good rare one without a fully enhanced reactor for the season, as obviously these can be upgraded to 5 slots now. If you're still working on that, obviously a 2-slot or ultimate, but you do want these ultimate reactors buffed up, that's for sure. So that's what I'm running for the ultimate reactor. I'm running the 4-piece polar night set. So again, it's nice to have the the max HP, couple for survivability, as well as the chill skill power boost, and then you get the frostbite applied, which synergizes well with the Absolute-Zero because we're applying that again with the Absolute-Zero build, especially with the frost roads that are now ice sheets. So synergizes really well. We get the extra firearm, but it's mostly the skill critical hit damage up 6% for 10 stacks at a 5-second duration, a 30% chance. That's really huge. And then it also inflicts when defeating the enemy with frostbite, which we're inflicting all the time. Inflicts additional damage equivalent to 12.2% of max HP on other enemies within a radius. So spec heavily into max HP to gain the additional benefits from that as well. So a really nice synergy with the polar knight 4-piece set to run with a singularity reactor with the Absolute-Zero build. So again, when using the skill Ice Shackle is not inflicted. When the skill lands a critical hit, inflicts frostbite on the target. Successfully inflicting frostbite triggers Ice Fear. So that's huge. So it doesn't actually Ice Shackle on the floor, but you critical hit. That's why we're spec'd heavily into critical hit chance, so that this thing will hit the criticals and then apply the frostbite, giving us the Ice Fear. And then the Ice Fear is when a skill lands a critical hit, creates an Ice Fear that flies around. Ice Fears is created fly to nearby enemies, deal damage to inflict, deal damage to hit enemies, and deal burst damage to nearby enemies on critical hit. Inflicts frostbite on enemies. So this is just used. It's inflicting frostbite continuously while hitting them. And again, we've got our frost road that is now converted to the Absolute-Zero. So it inflicts frostbite on enemies that come into contact with the ice sheets from the frost road. From popping the 2 now. So again, it doesn't inflict Ice Shackle. Again, it inflicts frostbite. So that's the whole crux of the build. The beautiful thing about, again, Absolute-Zero is it gets an additional skill power damage. So you see the skill powers at 997 there. I don't know, the continuous damage got 15, 16. If you switch to any of the other builds, 1435, 803, 803. Absolute-Zero carries a higher skill power damage multiplier, or skill power percentage multiplier than the other Transcendent modules. So that's just really nice, as well as just synergizing your skills, all the singular. So again, chill singular, singular. So it's just ease with the reactor, knowing that all your skills with your reactor are going to benefit from having that singular reactor mount equipped. So that's what Absolute-Zero does. This is the build in its detail. Again, mid-air maneuvering. Again, this is just additional mod slots. You can swap it out. I know there's other ones that do that. Whatever one you want to do, it doesn't matter. It's your call. So we got survivability. We've got our HP amplification. Take a little bit of a hit on the shield, but make that up in another node, which I'll go over, or another model go over. Max HP. And again, we want our skill cooldown, so amplification, or sorry, MP conversion. You got your 36% skill cooldown, a little bit of a hit on the max MP, but it doesn't matter. We've got the MP collector on with nimble fingers, so there's your cooldowns: MP conversion, nimble fingers, HP amplification, increased HP, survivability, and then you want to spec into your range, so you've got your amplification control. Again, there's the shield negating the negative effect from that. Bumping our range, skill expansion, again, increased range gives us, I feel like that's enough. I know other people use other mods for it. Your call. Maximize range is one. You get a damage, you get a skill power modifier decrease of 20%, and you have to start tweaking it, you know, to not max it out to try and maximize range. Simplification of the build here. I just use amplification control and skill expansion. And then we've got a little bit of a damage increase here, so chill scale power or focus on chill, get a little bit of cooldown, so huge with that one there, just because it couples with the cooldown, and it's chill skill power. Again, all of our skills are chill, so again it benefits all of them. Even though we could put a singular on there, it's a singular. Focus on singular is a modifier, not straight skill power. So singular skill power modifier, and it's at 68% as well, so it's not as, you know, worthwhile as focus on chill. Again, if you're somehow able to survive, that's another option. You could put focus on singular into HP amplification, but you're sacrificing a heck of a lot of survivability in a 400%, so I don't recommend that, doing that. So that's our little bit of a damage there. And then we've got emergency measures, so this is just a little bit of a buff into our critical hit rate. Again, this is what we want to have a good high critical hit rate so that we can inflict critical hit damage. So as long as we're getting the rates up, we're hitting the damage, we're applying the frostbite. So that's the crux: get your hit rate through the roof, and then the damage will tick, you know, more often, applying the frostbite, which is great, just a great damage. And then we follow that up with our skill insight for 115% skill critical hit rate. So that is the crux of the build, coupled off with MP collector. Again, Viessa is a skill spammer. We need the mana. Killing enemies, getting this back, having that all in there is absolutely, you know, essential to her build.